All right. In a society that values youth and beauty, getting cosmetic procedures is nothing new. But with nearly 150 procedures and counting, not many have gone to the extremes that Justin Jedlica has.
And he joins us on the couch. It's great to have you back.
Thank you.
Nice
Good morning.
To see you
Good
again.
to see you again as well.
First off, a little bit of news. So you got married.
I did. Civil union in June and married in July.
What's that like?
You know, this is working on 5 years now in our relationship, so it's an exciting change for us. I relocated to Chicago. I have stepkids now, so wow. it's been a change, but for the better.
Well, congrats to you. So let's talk about some of the procedures you've had now, almost 150.
I think it's been a year since I've been here,
Yeah,
so we've had 150 procedures. Just yesterday was my 150th.
What did you have
what was
done
yesterday? Can you tell us?
I had a chem peel on my face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to sort of freshen everything up. But
now they call you the human Ken doll.
they do. Yeah.
Does that bother you? Do you own that, or you?
I mean, I love it. I think it's flattering. The title is really something very sweet to have. I mean, it was an inspiration piece in my remodel for sure, but not the only thing I've taken into consideration.
What exactly happened? It started off with just a nose job when you were like 18 or something?
Right.
And
I had
from
my
there,
first
how
job
did
at
this
18.
all turn into all these other surgeries?
You know, initially it was something I needed to fix, I think, for myself. It was like a big hang-up for me. And then what it ended up turning into was, you know, a few years later, I thought, well, maybe I'll work on this, and I can tweak this and that. And my ideal of beauty changed over the years to something that really led me to find this to be an art form for myself. And I don't necessarily see a flaw with a lot of the things now that I'm modifying, but it's really the excitement of being a pioneer in the field of aesthetics and being the first person to do a lot of these new procedures that I'm undertaking. I have 2 more actually booked at this point.
What are the next 2 you're going to do?
I'm doing latissimus implants for the wings on the back, and then I'm doing an 8-pack abdominal implant.
Well, what do you have now, a 6? So you got to upgrade to 2 more?
I don't know. I think I do okay. I mean,
yeah.
I'm lean.
I'm not trying to be crass or anything. How much of this, what work was done there?
None. This is natural.
No liposuction.
No.
So this is just from working out, right?
I don't work out.
You don't work out at all?
No, none.
You don't work out at all?
Oh, it's so not
And you probably don't eat well then
but what kind of a message, though, does that send that you don't have to work out, you can just go to the plastic surgeon?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of what I had is based on good genes, you know, from my parents. But, I mean, I think that, you know, no matter for me how I got it, I have it. I mean, I enjoy the look that I have and that I've created. I think I definitely own it. I don't know that the message is for everybody to emulate what I'm doing, but I think that if it helps in building confidence and self-esteem, then it's worth the investment in yourself.
Now, what do your family and friends think?
You know, my family's really very supportive. Initially, of course, they were a bit put off. They didn't really understand why I felt like I needed this in my life, and I think over time they've realized this is a true passion for me. It's working its way into becoming, hopefully, what will become a beauty brand. And, you know, my celebrity is sort of helping me help other people. We have a plastic surgery consulting and referral service that we're working with now to help pair individuals with specialists. So all that heartache I went through over the years trying to find the doctors to create the look I wanted, now I can sort of share that knowledge and that information and help people to sort of do everything from custom implants, which you talked about last time, onto, you know, these new procedures that, you know, I'm pioneering on my own. And there are other people that come to me and they have sort of their own thoughts on different innovations of surgeries that are already out there, and we can help with that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is the price tag still about $150,000?
I think we're at $170,000 right now, and that doesn't include the $10,000 deposit I put in last week.
How high will you go?
Sorry, hubby.
I was going to say, how do you afford all this?
I didn't tell him yet.
Before the hubby. What were you doing to finance all this?
So, I mean, over the years, I mean, it was just something that was extremely important to me. So, you know, when I was single, obviously, I worked a job where I did faux painting, interior designing. You know, I waited tables for years when I was a kid. Everything, I run the gamut of things. And now that I'm in a place where I'm married with my spouse, I don't need to work. And, you know, we sort of had the luxury to be able to travel a lot. And it's not a big deal for him to sort of allow me to realize my dream and my passion. And the monetary portion of this isn't really what stops me or gives me any sort of hesitancy anymore.
But you're also looked to as an authority on obviously the remodel as you talk about it, and you made some comments recently about the human Barbie. this Russian model.
Valeria, yeah. You know, we met each other way back when on another television show, and our interaction was a little bit stiff.
You're not a fan?
Yeah.
I don't really understand the enamorment with her from the public. She sort of came into the scene under these coattails of a plastic surgery story, and there really isn't one. So she's only had
she said she hasn't had any plastic surgery.
Beyond that, it's stage makeup,
So it's
and it's extreme Photoshop. And while she's a cute girl and the images are pretty, they're not real.
Well, you actually did the same thing. You kind of dressed up as her. We actually have a picture to show that makeup can make someone look a certain way. So let's take a look at that if we can pull that up.
I don't know if we...
Maybe there it is. So that's
This is me post stage makeup and Photoshop. So we can all be Barbie if we want, right? I mean, I live with a conviction for my surgeries, right? I wake up and I go to bed looking like this. This is me 24/7. So whether people like it or they hate it, I live with a strong conviction towards how I look, and I enjoy it. Now, but this person is not living like that on a day-to-day. You know, moreover, it's sort of like, what are you doing with the celebrity that's come to you because of sort of what I consider a lie, really? You know, so now we have this new piece in GQ we were both in, and she's sort of talking about the degeneration of our culture because of race mixing, and that the ideal standards of beauty don't exist anymore because of the different intermixing of the races. This is like this Aryan idea, this Nazism now that she's telling kids, like, you're not really whole and you can't look beautiful.
Forget about Barbie. We like you, Ken. Thank you for coming in today. Really, you look great. Nice cheekbones.
Appreciate it.
Wow.
All the best.
All right, so thank you again for coming in.